Hi everyone, and welcome to my very first vlog for the Positive Psychology people. Now I'm going to talk to you about perfectionism, and how this is the killer of all progress, the killer of all dreams, the killer, oh, it sounds so dramatic, the killer of, I didn't intend for this to be that way, but it's true. It's the killer of our true nature, because I'll give you a very real example. I've restarted this video umpteen times because, oh, it wasn't quite right. Oh, I said something wrong. Oh, I should stop. Oh, that wasn't perfect. Oh, the lighting. Oh, this, oh, that. And I'm exhausted. And that's what happens when we go for perfection in life, in work, in whatever, in relationships. It's exhausting. And do you know why it's exhausting? Because it never ends. Do you know why it never ends? Because it's impossible to achieve. So we're chasing something that's impossible to achieve, which is obviously futile. But this is what a lot of us do. Chasing perfection. Everything must be perfect. And it's exhausting. And so the next question we want to ask is, why do we chase perfection? And really, you just flip it on its head first of all. Well, if I'm chasing perfection, if I feel like I have to be perfect, if I feel like these videos have to be perfect, what does that mean about me? Well, for a start, it means I cannot handle imperfections in myself. I cannot handle flaws in myself. I cannot handle what comes with that is potential judgment, negative judgment from other people. I cannot handle potential failure that comes with that, because if I'm not perfect, I might fail. So if I'm not perfect, people might judge me and reject me and not like my video. If I'm not perfect, I might fail in some way or another. And it's the emotion of that I'm trying to avoid. And what is the emotion of that? Fear, anxiety, shame. Shame is the root emotion. So when we are chasing perfection in any area of our life, we are essentially trying to avoid the pain of shame. And the thing is, it's a futile fight because, as I said, there's no such thing as perfection. It's literally not even a thing. So we're chasing something that we can't attain in order to avoid shame. And that's really interesting when you look at it as well, because what is shame? It's just a feeling. It's a very difficult feeling. It's a consuming feeling. It's a horrible feeling. But what is it really? It's just a feeling, an energy in the body, an emotion. And I will spend ages restarting a video, restarting again and again and again, just to avoid a feeling, which, as I approach that in my own mind now, seems absolutely insane. I've wasted a lot of time. I've created a lot of exhaustion in myself. I've wasted a lot of my energy to avoid shame. So what does it really mean to me if I feel shame? It's the definition and meanings that we attach to things that give us so much pain and problem and suffering. So there's this definition of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not wanted, people will reject me, I'm unlovable, I'm wrong, I'm bad. That's really the root of shame. I'm bad. So somehow my conditioning has gone from, I'll make a video with some imperfections in it, to I'm a bad person. And if you're not self-aware and you don't take the time to do the work to become self-aware and evolve yourself consciously, you won't notice the steps that your psyche is taking. Your behavior first. Start with your behavior. See, what am I doing? That's your first sign. What am I doing? Then what's the emotion that's driving that, and what's the emotion I'm trying to avoid? And then what are my thoughts and my beliefs and my definitions that are underlying that? Then you get to the root of what's really going on. So I've gone from, I'm going to restart this video, that's my behavior. I'm feeling nervous about not doing a good video. I want to avoid the shame, that's my emotion. And what are the thoughts beneath that? My true beliefs, because I'm a bad person. Shame means I'm bad. So I've connected these two things, which actually seems totally illogical when you think about it, but we are actually not that logical beings, much as we like to believe we are. I've connected doing a video and having a few bits of imperfection in it to I'm a bad person. I mean, it's insane. No wonder I'm suffering right now. But this is what we're doing all day, every day. So this is why it's really important to get self-aware about what we're doing and what underlying states of consciousness are driving that behavior. And then we can do the work to start to change, to start to let go, because this hasn't been fun for me. This is fun. Now I'm actually on a roll, but it wasn't fun going, oh, it's not good enough. Repeat, restart, delete. I'm like, oh my God. And I did it all to myself. No one else had a hand in that. That was all me. And that's just really interesting to think about, right? Like what we do to ourselves. So chasing perfection is linked to shame and is linked to a sensation, at least in my experience, and a perception that I'm bad. And I can't fail, I can't be imperfect, which is a futile fight. So there's really something to be said for accepting your imperfections and just going ahead with those in full display if needs be, and just getting on with it. I think there's definitely something to that. But what I will share as well is, well, what made me actually get on and finally do a video that's actually flowing, that I haven't restarted for 7 minutes so far. I don't want to jinx that, but what made me do that is that what I also did is I surrendered to the moment. And I said, what is this moment teaching me? Because the topic of the video that I kept restarting wasn't this topic that I'm now talking about. So I just said to myself, okay, what is this moment teaching me? What am I actually doing? What am I learning right now? The magic is always now. We think we have to figure everything out, plan everything, control everything. It takes us away from what's here and now, and that's where life is truly happening. And so the life that was truly happening for me right now was me trying to be perfect. And so that came to me. I said, okay, well, that's what I'm going to talk about then. So be present. This chasing perfection takes you away from the present, and the present is, I'm going to use that cheesy line, a gift, as they say, but it truly is. But if we're trying to be perfect and control everything, we're not here. We're not aware of what gifts life is giving us in every moment to work with, to use, to learn from. And there is no such thing as perfection, and chasing perfection will only exhaust you. And I would ask you to find me one person on this planet that is perfect. It's impossible. And perfection means different things to different people. So what I might think is perfect to someone else might be like a total flaw, a horrible thing, you know? So again, now there's even more complexity about the unachievability of what we're trying to achieve, because there's no one definition. So what are you achieving? Perfection in whose eyes? No one's ever going to be fully happy, not yourself either. So it's really not worth trying to be perfect. But I understand that it's easy to say and less easy to do. But some tips for you to close that off is essentially be in the present moment and see what gifts are arising there, and really learn to realize that you can handle shame. You can handle it. If you have to feel it, you will be able to feel it. If you have the right tools and techniques, particularly, you are able to handle anything. And I really do believe that our beauty lies in our imperfections. And the funniest thing, actually, when I just reflect on it myself now, is that I don't even like perfect things. I'm one of those. I like the quirkies. I like the different stuff. I like the ones with a little bit of a flaw. I like, I like that. So what am I trying to be perfect when that's not even my thing? What a funny mind I have. We all have. But it's really important to reflect on these things. So that's my message for you today is perfection is going to impede your progress. It's a futile goal. And I would highly recommend that if you think you have a lot of that, explore it, look at it, see what's underlying, and where you can take some steps to actually alleviate the need to be perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.